Hi everyone, MP Will Greaves here with this week's Weekly Wrap. It was a full week here in Victoria, including a visit from the Parliamentary Secretary for Public Safety, alongside some important conversations about community well-being, public services, and global democracy. Let's get into it. This week, I welcomed the Federal Parliamentary Secretary for Public Safety, Jacques Ramsey, to Victoria. Together, we visited the Threshold Housing Society and peers to learn more about what's being done to support people facing homelessness and to advance safer sex work. I also attended the City of Victoria's Public Safety and Community Wellbeing Conference, where leaders and practitioners are grappling with how we can collectively respond to these complex social challenges with care and effectiveness. This week, I also met with Esquimalt-Colwood MLA Darlene Rochford to discuss how we can strengthen public services that people in our community rely upon, including childcare, affordable housing, and building a more sustainable local economy. And I attended the annual Oak Bay Municipal Dinner to help celebrate the volunteers who give so much of themselves to help support our community. Beyond that, it was a week full of meetings right across the riding. I had conversations about how we can improve passenger ferry service in our region, how we can support the recreational fishery, and visits with the Bayanahan Cultural and Housing Society, the University of Victoria, and Christchurch Cathedral. I also met with officials this week from Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship Canada to share what I've been hearing from stakeholders and constituents about our immigration system. This includes our labor needs, but also the importance of a fair and humane approach for refugees, temporary foreign workers, and international students. Midweek, I even managed to take a quick road trip to Parksville to help meet up with folks on the Mid-Island and hear about their priorities and concerns directly. Like many of you, this week I also watched with pride as Prime Minister Mark Carney gave his historic speech at Davos and captured the world's attention.
It seems that every day we're reminded that we live in an era of great power rivalry, that the rules-based order is fading, that the strong can do what they can and the weak must suffer what they must.
He spoke clearly about the need for Canada to work closely with countries that share our values and our interests, especially in a world that is increasingly defined by great power competition, and a United States that is, unfortunately, no longer respecting its allies, its own rules, or its democratic principles. With that in mind, I was honored to attend the Ukraine Day of Unity rally at the BC Legislature, to stand in solidarity with Ukrainian Canadians and newcomers who have sought safety here in Canada from Russia's brutal war. And I met this week with Iranian Canadians to hear directly about the severe repression being inflicted upon innocent people in Iran. Around the world, people are demanding freedom and democracy. And even here in Canada, one of the world's oldest and most stable democracies, we can never take our rights or the rule of law for granted. Looking ahead, the House of Commons resumes next week, and I'll be traveling back to Ottawa to prepare for the upcoming session and to represent Victorians in Parliament. So that's the wrap for this week. Thanks for staying tuned, thanks for staying engaged, and I'll see you again soon.